Welcome to the Hive. The future, as we once knew it, will be changed forever. And the self, as we knew it, will be susceptible to the central hive. Technology, new technologies, have changed the way that we live our lives. And companies like Google can predict our future movements and also change them. The world's different now. Socialization is a different story. Check out what we're doing. We're taking pictures of ourselves and posting them so that everybody else can see the lives that we're not even really living. Is technology beneficial to society, or is it a hindrance? Is technology something that benefits us as people? Or, like I said before, is it hindering us? Is it something that's getting in the way of humanity? And this is going to be real interesting now, because we're going to get to see a new world in which technology becomes the forefront of our minds, and the actions that we once thought were human have been totally changed. You see people basically bowing to the technology, and everything that they do is a result of how they feel the technology is gonna push them forward. And they're not really doing much these days except using the technology. And is it really important to take a picture of yourself and post it on Facebook, or is it important to live your life? Is it important to see these other pictures of people, or is it more important to live your own life? And I'm here right now using technology to talk to you guys and give my opinions on the future and what I see the world becoming. And I guess we're painting a picture of a dark place and people that are totally lost, because the hive is going to know every movement that you make, everything that you do. And it already does, because you told it what you did. And is this a limitation on humanity? That's my question, guys. Does this limit people, or does it make them better? Google has introduced a totally new product called Google Glass. And this product is going to be something monumental. It really is, guys. Google knows what they're doing with this product, and Google Glass is something that everyone is going to use in order to see around and walk around, and humans are going to need this as a technology, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Google Glass is going to track every movement you make. So it's going to know your feeling. So if you're depressed, Google Glass is going to tell you, to go to the local bar, to go check, this psychologist. Forget about learning Spanish. It's going to translate everything for you right there. It's going to have maps set out for you. So anything you want to do, Google Glass is going to be there. This is how you're going to talk to girls. They're going to be bothering you all the time. But that's not really the point. The point is that the companies want to put ads on your Google Glass, and they want to find out what you're doing, what you like, and pretty much just like the internet is now, where they're putting ads up, like the screen that you're looking at right now, there's an ad somewhere on the screen. They're going to want to do the same thing with the Google Glass. So, it's going to know how you're feeling, and it's going to tell you what to do. And the hive is going to know everything about you, every single movement, everything you purchase, every place you go. And they already do, but it's going to be much different. And this technology is going to be at the forefront of government and the way that they control the people's minds. And I just want to throw this in there. Man in the Moon is fake. Had to do it. But what do you guys think about the future of people and the utilization of these products? Do you feel like we're going to become a greater species? You know, walking around with technology all the time like we've just started doing in the 2000s? Or do you feel like we're going to lose the ability to have a world that is open to us and love each other? Or are we going to totally miss the future and just become in love with this technology? Look at the 50s. We grew so much, and my question is this something we wanted to do, or is this something that society made us do? Is this something that the corporations decided we wanted? Did they use television to build towns like Levittown and to make, you know, people have the desire to want these things? Is that what happened there? Is that what happened back in 1957? Did they brainwash the hell out of these people, you know, in order to want this product? And is that what's going to happen now? Are we going to do the same thing with Google Glass? Is this going to become a necessity for us? Look at this picture. This is something great that we did. Does this rival the iPhone? Art. What about this guy? Is he a piece of art? Is he unique? Does he serve a purpose? Is he beautiful? And what are we going to do when we need this technology? Like, do you need your iPhone? What would you do if you didn't have it? Is this where you are? We've seen, you know, depictions of characters who have technology, you know, built into the forefront of their head, of their mind, of their ideology, and we see it actually happening now. I saw Joe Rogan at one of the last UFCs wearing Google Glass, so I'm sure Joe knows more about it than I do, but I get the idea of what the corporations and Google are doing and want to do to the public. Everybody's going to be wearing a pair of Google Glasses, and their mind and their actions are going to become completely interconnected to this technology. And we see people like this now who use technology and have become completely depressed, like this guy right here. He looks completely depressed. You know, obviously he's not active, and instead of taking away his technology, we decided to give him drugs. And he's still using the technology. You know, he gets the drugs, the medication, and then he goes back home and goes right back in his house and watches TV. And, you know, look at this guy. He's been on a computer for way too long. You know, he's stuck in a cubicle. And this guy, he's not feeling good about his life. So, you know, we don't want to become that completely interconnected to technology where, you know, it's in our bodies, it's on us, and you can never take it off, never put it down. It's in your mind. And, you know, look at how quickly the iPhone or a smartphone became part of people's lives. Within a few years, everybody on the planet needs their smartphone. You know, if it's not charged, people are going bananas. And, you know, we're sharing cookies, we're sharing information. A few years ago, you know, 20 years ago, if you had a picture put on the internet of yourself, you would have went bananas. But these days, everybody's doing it. And you really get to see how quickly the technology becomes the boss, and how the human becomes just the thing that's using the technology. You know, the technology's everywhere, and the people are just using it. Here we see an image of a futuristic character with some kind of technology, completely embedded in his body. You know, we see other images in Star Trek that pretty much look the same as the last guy we just looked at. And I'm just wondering, guys, what do you know about Google Glasses? Do you want to share your opinions or thoughts on the matter? Can you see people completely losing their idea of the self and the world becoming, you know, just a virtual world? Has it become like that now? Within a few years, do you think that communication among people has become less, and that people are, you know, less happy as a species? You know, we're living it now. It's not like I'm talking about something out of the movies that I completely made up. You know, we see it happening all over the place. And in the future, the hive is going to know all of us, who we are, what we're doing, and any agitation, any feeling of anger will be sensed by the hive. They will be able to sense our anger, our frustration, and they'll also be able to, you know, spot any future crimes before they happen. They'll really be able to see the movement of all humanity at once, and really, you know, get an idea of tracking people for profit primarily, but also for control. And do you feel lost ever, you know, by the use of technology like this guy? Sometimes I do. So the technology that we use is now in our pockets, and we carry it everywhere. The next step that we're going to take is wearing it, putting it on our bodies, and taking it everywhere as a head tool. Now, we're only steps away from putting this technology into our bodies so that we no longer have to wear it. And once people do that, they have totally committed to technology, 100%. Like, what else would you stick inside of your body and carry around with you at all times? It'd have to be medical. So, you know, they're going to be able to check our heart rate, check everything about us. Now look at this technology. Is this doing anything for us? You know, this guy taking a picture of his kid. Like, yeah, his kid will be able to see what he looked like later on, but you know, taking a picture of your shoe. And look at this beautiful scene, you know, people walking around with technology, out on a beautiful day, taking it with them. We see a world completely different than it was 30 years ago. And could technology really replace, you know, the idea of meeting your baby for the first time and seeing your baby for the first time, or being with your loved one, or anything that you really love in life? Could technology replace that? Or do you love life? Well, maybe technology is a replacement for life. Maybe looking at this picture of this baby is good enough. Maybe you don't need to see a real baby. Maybe you're just happy with different images being flashed in front of your face. And the real world is boring. Maybe people love technology and they don't care. So, to give up life for technology is something that no other species on this planet would do. And humans are the only ones who are actually given this choice. It's our choice. Does technology do anything for you? Does it help you? Or do you love life? Would you rather just live your life?